Hey horse. Sorry, that was really aggressive. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Liz, and today we are drawing Mario characters from memory. Thought I would just do a little more of a chilled out video. I skipped one weekend last month, and I would like to not skip videos anymore. I do want to keep a consistent schedule where I at least post once a week, even if the exact day that it is not consistent. This is around the time of the year where I start to struggle with things like that. So yeah, my goal for this year was just to show up regularly. My goal was to make constant videos so that I would at least have a minimum of what I was doing digitally, and to post once a week on my website so that I was consistently writing as well, because if I don't take advantage of my free time, then I'll lose it. I plan on going back to school pretty soon, not within the next month. According to the website, it's going to be in January is when I'm going to be going back to school, because social distancing has been it makes academia much harder. I would love to have gone back to school this year. I was really planning on it, because a lot of artists will talk about being in a slump where they feel like they are not improving, and they can see that there are so many things that they could be working harder on, but they really don't know where to go. And for me, there's a certain level of skill that I actually legally cannot do, even if I were to learn what those things were. So I have to go back to school and get certified for a whole different level of skills. Basically, needles and medicine is what I'll be doing next in the hierarchy of my current career field. And I don't know if it's weird or absolutely totally normal for me to be working in the medical field and having an art lifestyle outside of my job, sorry, because I don't know, they're very different, and I'm not sure if this particular career path is full of artists. It doesn't seem like it. A lot of people seem to have hobbies that are totally unrelated to the job, totally, but I don't know, it just feels like there aren't a lot of people who paint in their off time, or people who write fan fiction. I've met a couple, and I am fans of them, but there's not a whole lot. And maybe it's just because these are isolated hobbies that people tend to, not share. An interesting development happened at the job that I'm at now, though, because I mentioned to someone that I watch anime and play Minecraft, and I wasn't bullied, like, immediately. Or at all, actually. I wasn't bullied at all. I just said, hey, I play an embarrassing amount of Minecraft, and it wasn't awkward that I said that I liked those things. It was awkward that I put a whole bunch of modifiers before saying what it was, because I was clearly embarrassed to say that I watch Inuyasha and it's my favorite anime ever, and that I'm rewatching all of my childhood anime at the moment. So the culture that I'm in at my job is currently way different than what I was at my last job, and now I just have to select a healthcare plan, I believe. But I have to say that this is a really wild time to be working in the medical field. And I know I'm going to have a job at the end of it. So that's good, but it's also not an entirely safe one, because it's the kind of job you have to be physically fit for. So I have to wear a mask the entire time that I'm at the gym, and there's people walking around without masks the entire time they're there. So it's a little... It's just weird. It's just a weird time, man. COVID patients are the worst, because a lot of my patients in general are elderly. Many of them have dementia, and you'll see them, you'll be in the cramped vehicle of an ambulance, and they will take down their mask to cough and then put it back on, and you're like, oh, I'm living in a nightmare right now. And then you're also in a Tyvek suit, which even in the winter is the hottest thing alive and will bake you like a potato. So you're wearing all that with goggles, and like you're double masked because, I mean, we don't have N95 respirators because, I mean, who has the money for that, right? And then you just have an old person who takes down their mask and then they put it back on. So that's cool. My job is cool. I have a lot of interesting patients. I've had more interesting patients at this job than my last one. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's because I spend more time in a bigger city where I guess just more things happen here. But I have interesting patients. Some of them have traumatized me permanently because of the situation surrounding why they needed an ambulance. Because when I tell people that I work, and maybe I shouldn't talk too much about my job, the internet's weird. I'm not gonna talk too much about my job. Because what if I accidentally violate HIPAA? I mean, wouldn't that be a way to lose your job, is that you're just chit-chatting about a patient that traumatized you severely on the internet, and then it turns out that they recognize your description and they get offended by it? I don't want to be depressing you guys. I'm making this video not because I have anything amazing to say. I'm doing it because I still very much feel like I'm sitting in a room by myself with the door open, and then occasionally someone will come in and say something and then walk away. And that's a little weird. It's a weird feeling to get used to, especially when it's not like a bunch of people waiting to hear what you have to say. So I don't have to prepare what I say. And I'm so avoidant of social media drama. I've never been involved in any sort of social media scandal, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing that I'm nobody, and that I'm just sort of making my little videos so that I can keep track of my art progress, and not really to get any attention, because it would be nice if my videos got enough attention to make money off them. That'd be super awesome. But right now I'm kind of happy what I'm doing. Like, it's nice to just sort of hang out. And thank you guys for hanging out with me, if you ever make it this far in the video. Actually, we're pretty far in the video. If you comment below saying what you want me to do next, that would be super awesome. I like the idea of drawing other people's OCs in Halloween costumes. I think that would be fun. That would be fun content to make. I could either make that into one video or a bunch of videos. So yeah, gush, if you made it this far in the video, gush about your OC in the comment section. And that'd be super cool, and I'll draw them. And then we can be friends. Because I need friends. Because I feel like I said this earlier. I recorded this twice. I feel like I said it earlier, though, that this is the time of the year where I start to struggle with maintaining good habits. Because normally, this is when I would be in school, and school would be picking up, and I would be more concerned with socializing in between school assignments than actually self-actualizing. I wouldn't say socializing. That is incorrect. I mean more just being on social media and not doing anything of note. I had a really depressing childhood. And then I'm gonna be going back to school, and I'm gonna be able to play with needles. Yeah. So like, comment, and subscribe if you're excited for me to play with needles and then tell you about it. I wonder what it's gonna be like going back to school. Like, I really wonder what they're gonna do for social distancing. Because whenever you practice doing IVs, you actually have to practice on your other classmates. So obviously you have to have a lot of trust in your classmates, and you have to see them in person within 6 feet, because my arms aren't that long. But I have a friend who recently took the advanced class, and she already taught me how to locate a vein in your arm, and it's actually pretty cool. Did I actually talk about the drawings in this video at all? Yeah, Mario characters from memory, just to keep my hand moving, just so that I keep producing content. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. It really means a lot, because this is the time of the year where I normally get super lonely, and I get super depressed, and I just keep cranking out content. So it means a lot to me that you were here to see that. Yeah, hopefully my goal for this year is to keep posting a video every week, even if it's not the same day of the week. So I think I'm going to post this tomorrow, which is a Saturday. If I post all my stuff on a day that I work, then I'll have all of my off days to do them, and I won't be in the situation that I'm in now. I don't know. I think I'm out of time. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Bye.